Hey, what's up everybody? Zach back with another Journey to $1 Million for you. Alright, today I have 3 good stocks that you should really consider taking a look at if you haven't already and adding money to. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. The write-up is available on my website prostockadvice.com, so if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and head on over there, link in description. Go to the bottom of the page and enter your email address in here and you will receive email notifications when a new daily write-up is available. Alright, well first let's go over the current market. Today the S&P, NASDAQ, and Dow Jones are both up a little over 1%. And the only thing that I picked up were a couple of contracts of some IPOD calls. And if you're not familiar with that, go ahead and take a look at our past posts where we've been talking about them. But I think those should pay out pretty nicely mid to long term. Anyways, and the most notable picks that we have been calling out and talking about that went up today are Solo and HOL. HOL we actually wrote about yesterday, and sure enough it's up 12%, so hopefully you guys picked up some of those calls or comments. They are merging it with Astra, keep in mind. And even though there was one article that was pointed out a little bit negative about HOL under investigation, but apparently that didn't matter. It is up 12%. Sure enough, and SOLO is the Canadian-based EV company. We actually have some covered calls on those right now, but it's been going up a decent amount these days. Alright, and overall my portfolio went up 2.4% almost today. Not all that much, but it's pretty good. We are beating the S&P and NASDAQ, so that's all we should really be focused on. Of course, making those gains and stacking the cash. And like I said, I picked up the iPod call at the 1750 strike, February 19th, so it's short term, it's only about a week away. And I picked it up at $1, and I think it's $1.08 right now. Nothing big, nothing going to be life-changing about that, but it's a pretty cheap one. So if you guys want to check that out, if you have a low account balance, these are perfect for you. I always try to do some calls and some positions that we can do with low account balances, as well as some we can do with medium and large. But of course, diversification means we're probably going to do a decent amount of small ones, to be honest with you. Alright, well let's go ahead, and the first one that I wanted to talk about is DraftKings. Probably you've heard about this one a good amount lately, and I'm finally going to add it to the watch list, although I should have done that a lot earlier because it is up quite a lot. Here is a zoomed out chart that I've done the TA on, and if it pulls back I will buy it around $63. I think it's possible. It's gone up a lot the past 3-4 days. So I'm personally going to wait for a little pullback. It doesn't really matter what the price is so much. I'm just going to wait for some sort of pullback. I put the entry at 63, which it's trading around 63 right now. But I really want a dollar cost average in some leaps, to be honest with you. I might pick up 1 or 2 contracts of leaps, or maybe 6 months out, I would say. I'll think about what the strike I will do for those tomorrow, so go ahead and follow my Twitter. Give me some likes, and you'll see that I post the daily trades, the real trades that I'm actually doing. So when the market's open tomorrow, I'm probably going to have a bunch of Twitter tweets about what we're actually doing. So you can see that tomorrow, but I'm going to think about that a little bit more for the strike on those. We could do a 180, 170 strike, but you know, I think I might do some deep in the money, to be honest with you, to get that high delta, because remember guys, the delta is about how much exposure you're going to have. So here's my TA on the DKNG, and let's go ahead and take a look at the options. So I'm actually thinking about doing more than a year out, so that's 351 days. And to be honest with you, I actually entered an order in yesterday for, I think it was the 197 day till expiration for DraftKings. It didn't get filled because it went up a lot. I'm always trying to get a cheap price, you know what I mean. But anyways, I'm thinking about doing, I think this is easily going to be a $100 stock. Easily 3 digits. But nevertheless, if we look at the delta, see this is the delta column right here. And we could probably get a $40 and the delta's 84. So that's going to give us exposure to 84 stocks about. And 84 stocks would normally cost us at, let's just say $63, the current market price. About. So that is normally would cost us about $5,300 to buy 84 stocks of DKNG. Now we're actually just going to go ahead and buy this LEAP option contract, and this is deep in the money at $40. So it's really safe. And there's going to be a low implied volatility, only 70%. We could go lower, but you know, that's already pretty low in my opinion. I think it's a pretty safe play. And let's see, yep. So this is suggesting a limit price of $28.65. So that's only going to cost us $2,800 about. We could set the limit order down a little bit. And of course, if it does pull back to $61, $60, then these contracts would drop a little bit. I would expect the value to be about 10% cheaper. So we could do even lower, maybe even $2,500 or something like that. But let's just do 28 for right now because we can start averaging down. So one of these contracts is going to cost us $2,800. And we get exposure to 84 shares because the delta is 84. And normally would cost us $5,300 for 84 shares. But with this LEAPS, it will only cost us $2,800 to get the same exposure. So I hope you guys understand these LEAPS, covered calls, cash covered puts, whatever. If you don't, then watch my other videos. I do go over those quite a lot because I really like doing this. It's a little bit safer than just short-term, out-of-the-money YOLO calls. I really like these type of plays, especially the LEAPS. And it's just really going to save us a lot of money, and we get the same exposure anyways. Alright, well, anyways, let's go ahead and move on. So I think this could be good. $40 strike. We could do 45 to save a little bit of money. It's $2,500. We could set a limit order for the 40 at 25. There's a lot of different things we could do. But let's go ahead and look at the next one. And keep in mind, I'm thinking 6 to 10 months for $100, which it's a long time. That's why I suggest LEAPS. But if we get a $40 strike, I mean, we could do the $100. Actually, they're not even selling the $100 ones. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Even 90. It would be a lot cheaper. It would be $900. Be about $900 to do that. But anyways, I mean, we could get more contracts. If you have a low account balance, you just go ahead and think about that. The delta is just going to be a lot lower, about 42. But really, it's going to be up to you guys. All right, moving on. PayPal. So this is going to be really similar to what I just talked about with DKNG. You know, overall, PayPal is just on a really super bull trend since the coronavirus because, you know, everything is shifting towards online payment, and even like apps like Venmo and CashApp, they're starting to get more popular in the US. And to be honest with you, my outlook on this is going to be, I think that these will become very ingrained and important in daily life and in American culture, probably in the next 5 years. Could be a little bit longer, but I think I think this change is going to happen fast. Totally change the way that we think about paying for things or shopping, or especially go into a store and just use a QR on Venmo or PayPal app or something like that. I think it's going to be like this in the future personally, because from my time in China, I see that Alipay, which is another one of these type of things like CashApp or Venmo, but it was the original. And there's just like every single person in China has an Alipay, literally, it seems like, and it's just so ingrained for everything. Transferring money, they don't even have wire transfers. You can just go on Alipay and just transfer money and pay for everything on Alipay. I mean, it's just so ingrained. And also they have the WeChat Pay in China. So I mean, this is just very, very, very popular. If you're in China, you literally don't need a wallet, any plastic. You literally can just walk out of your house with your phone and I guess your keys, although you don't really need those if you have an electronic lock. But that's really all you need, and it's just so convenient. Like Apple Pay could be something. It would be something similar to this. So I think everything is just shifting towards that because they see what's going on in China, and it's just convenient. Very, very convenient. So I think overall this is very bullish for me. Target price I set around $350. I think that's going to be easy to achieve. 6 to 10 months out though. So again, I would pick up some LEAPS or at least 6 months options. 6 months I'd probably do a strike around 3, just a little bit cheaper, you know. Or you can do deep in the money, get some high delta. Probably what I'm going to end up doing. I'm really Anyways, follow my Twitter, and you're probably going to see some PayPal and some DraftKings deep in the money leaps. So we'll see about that. I don't see this as very risky because it's PayPal. I mean, you know, all is probably going to be good. And I think this is going to pay very nicely. All right, and then the next one is the one I'm most excited about, to be honest with you, is Lemonade. And to be honest, I just tried Lemonade for the first time today, and it was an amazing experience. I highly recommend it. I had the app downloaded already because I was looking at it earlier because I heard about this stock and this company, but this is the first time I use it. I finished a renovation on one of my rental properties in the States, and I wanted to buy insurance on it. So I thought I'd give it a try. It's a really nice looking app, very, very easy to use, and it literally took me 5 minutes to get covered. And I adjusted the different deductibles and the coverage amounts and stuff like that. It was just super easy. I didn't need to talk to anybody. It's all AI. It was very amazing. I'm very surprised at how easy it was. And then a couple minutes later, I got an email that confirmed that I had coverage active. So from start to finish, it was probably 10 minutes, but time on the app was probably 5 minutes. I should have recorded the screen recorded, but I mean, it was just awesome. I gotta be honest with you. It's really popular with millennials now, and I don't think there's any reason to have insurance agents anymore. And it's just a hassle because on another house that I had, I did the traditional insurance way, and it's just complicated. There's paperwork. I need to sign it and then fax it, and it's like, I don't want to do that anymore. I just wanted to do this really fast. I just wanted coverage immediately. And this is an amazing solution. I highly recommend it. And there is no surprise that this stock has gone up so much since November. But nevertheless, I set a price target of $190. I did a little bit of due diligence on it. I think it is achievable. I don't think it's any problem. And it's already trading about $150 anyway, so it's not going to be a big surprise. And a couple weeks ago, it was already up there anyways. So it's pulled back a little bit right now. It could be on sale. Let's just keep looking at it. Keep watching it. So I've got two scenarios. If it pulls back, let me just go ahead and pull this up on Webull. And guys, if you don't have a Webull and you want to trade along with us, there's a link in the description for 4 free stocks if you use my link to sign up. I really appreciate that. It helps me out. All right, let's go ahead and pull this up. So really, I think if there's a couple trends I'm trying to draw out here, could be a couple different levels of support, but it's gone up so much. So, I mean, it's a little bit hard to do the TA on this. There's just not much data. I mean, it first was listed in last July. But nevertheless, I tried to draw out some trends. And if you guys have different opinions on the TA, please leave a link in the comments for me. I can check out you guys' TAs on this. That would be awesome. But I trade 90% fundamentals anyways. So I'm just trying to use the TAs for an entry price. So I think the super trend is obviously bullish here. And if this breaks this trend right here, which it could be a strong one, but I don't think it's going to be that strong, to be honest with you. It could totally trade flat, which is really going to screw us over with options. So let's see if it breaks this or if it dips back down. I'm totally a buyer if it dips back down to around $130, $132. And also if it continues this bull trend, then I'm just going to go ahead and buy on the way up. I'll take profit at 190. I need to reevaluate at least at 190, especially get around $200. I need to reevaluate. Look more into the competition and see what else is going on. But I'm going to be keeping a nice keen eye on a lot of these in this space right now. I know there's some home warranty companies that use apps, and it's just really convenient, although home warranties are not the same as insurance. It's not going to be at the same level. But nevertheless, entry around 160, but also if it falls down, there's going to be 2 entries. I cannot really say what's going to go on, but I will have patience and keep watching it for the next, over the next week and tomorrow, and see what's going to go on. But I don't think if it continues the bull trend, I think in 1 month until 190, if it continues at the same slope, same trajectory, but you know, if it pulls back, it could be 2 to 4 months. So I went ahead and played it safe. But anyways, guys, I really appreciate it. If you want me to go over some specific stocks, I actually have a subreddit that you can go over to. Is reddit.com/r/pro stock. And you go ahead and leave some questions over there or different tickers. I can take a look at it if you want to know my opinion on entry prices, exit prices, or different options contracts, or whatever. Just let me know. I post everything over there. You guys, make sure you're following along on the Twitter. Day trades, you're going to see some DraftKings, you're going to see some PayPal, and tomorrow. It's going to be soon. But anyways, guys, I appreciate it. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube for the daily write-up videos. I go over all of this stuff. And please leave a like. It really helps me out for the YouTube algorithm. Alright guys, see you on the other side. Peace.